And they told me that mankind will eventually return, about in a couple of million years. They asked me if I had any interest on taking their place while they went in hiding. They told me that as long as Exegor remains a threat, he would just keep coming after them. So they told me that it was best if they just remain hiding forever, never returning. And so, I agreed to take their place, to judge mankind. I will admit, it was sad to see them go. But I knew it was the right thing to do. And over time, kaiju started to follow Exegor's footsteps. It was then and then I realized Exegor secretly created a planet of his own behind my back, creating a planet full of life that will always continue his footsteps, even if I killed him. This group of kaiju ended up being known as the Ghidorahs. So, Exegor created the Ghidorahs to continue his work? Even if Exegor was killed, his subjects, the other Ghidorahs, would continue his work. Most of them ended up being good, but the rest are just flat out evil, including King Ghidorah himself. But before the God of Light and Darkness left this universe, they told me that if the four relics are ever reunited, it's a possible chance that Exegor might return. Over the past millennia, different Ghidorahs end up crash landing to this planet and try to do the very same thing what their god intended to do. Fortunately, I took care of them. But I realized that if I continue to take care of this, eventually the Ghidorahs are going to, the entire race of Ghidorah, like the whole planet of the Ghidorahs, will come straight down here and end up attacking me. So, I decided to have the Godzillas to take my place as kings of the monsters, guardians of the earth, protectors of all life, and the forces of nature. I decided to have them to take my place, to handle the Ghidorah threat. Of course, they did. The first Godzilla Alpha ended up being Dagon, a great... Dagon? Isn't that like like one of Gorgiera's like greatest friends? Mm-hmm. Gorgiera was not experienced on being a good leader, but he ended up learning a lot from Dagon over the past thousands of years. And so, that was when the real Great Titan War began. The Ghidorahs and the Godzillas. My followers versus X of Ghidorah's demons. This lasted for centuries. And it continues on to this day. Exactly. I made sure to tell Dagon to not make sure that the four relics I made sure to tell him that to not reunite the four relics. And, well, you know the rest. It's crazy. It's so crazy to believe that, well, all this time, there was a real threat. Yeah, Salem may be a threat to you guys, maybe a threat to mankind, but the Ghidorahs are a threat to this whole universe, especially Exif Ghidorah. So, as long as the Ghidorah kind continues to remain alive, Exif Ghidorah's plans will only continue. Do you want us to destroy the planet of the Ghidorahs? No, not what I was trying to say. What I was trying to say is that as long as the Ghidorahs remain a threat, this universe is not completely safe. And when mankind ended up being reborn again, I ended up giving them guidance. I ended up judging the ones who are worthy to be reborn again, sort of. And this continued until this day. What happened? Well, it's simple. Mankind ended up growing stronger, making weapons, and especially Harusaka-king. He's actually discovered my number one weakness. Your weakness? There's an electromagnetic organ behind my middle dorsal spine. And if that dorsal spine gets, removed, and if my organ gets destroyed, my electromagnetic shield will be collapsed. And they will kill me. That's when I decided to have Gojira after Dagon was killed, and Gojira killed Muto Prime. When Gojira became crowned king of the monsters, I told him to take my place, to judge mankind. Wait, does that mean I'm gonna have to judge mankind too? Yeah, and you do, how the way you do it's a very different way, because, well, you know, your father, yeah, I wish I could see him again, one last time. And plus, if Haru succeeded on killing me, then, well, the monsters will have no god. Only Anime Mothra will be there to look after them. Wait, is she still alive? Oh yeah, she is. Just like me, she too is in hiding. Do you miss Exif? You and him seemed like brothers. I do. I do miss him. But how the way he wanted everything to himself. It just seemed like I lost the brother I once knew. I've lost the brother I once loved. I'm sorry, Godzilla Earth. Thank you. And you said that the Hollow Earth created you guys? Mm-hmm. The Hollow Earth created both me, and Mothra, and Exif Ghidorah.